Hello and welcome to week 3, January the 20th. This is it, the store from the angle that you don't ever get to see, really, isn't it? Well, you kind of do get to see it here and there, but not too often. Anyway, 10 o'clock almost on Monday. It is already 40 degrees outside. Got a little bit of a mission to run this morning. We'll go with you, or you will go with me on that, and we'll be checking it out as we go along. What has it been? Weekend was great. We had the Australia New Zealand Zoom call. We had Steve from Super Bricks come along to talk about kind of East Midlands brick hire, his Bricklink journey, buying Brick Arena, and his Brick Metrics project software that he's kind of rolling out, and you can get a subscription on. All of which I think went down really well with the people that were on the call. Not the biggest gathering, but you know, it's a pretty hardcore crew that turns up every time, and it's good to catch up and just chew the fat about things in the Bricklink world, isn't it? Sales have been good over the weekend. There's 18 sales to go out and 2 from eBay as well, so plenty to go out. As you can, over there, as you can see, the ones that you haven't already seen on last week's vlog are over there. I'll take you through them in a minute, and then I'm going to have to dash off and pick up a marketplace, a little find. Coincidentally, kind of having had the Lone Ranger sets and stuff like that I dug out of the storage unit last week, so a couple of them popped up on marketplace for a bargain. So I'm going to go and pick them up this morning, and then I'm actually just going to flip them straight onto eBay because I think I can make a decent return pretty quickly. So that's where we're at. I have been sorting out minifigures. If I just pan that way a little bit, you'll be able to see I've been working through one of the overflow containers of minifigures, sorting them out into these Ziploc bags that I'm now using for sub-themes of minifigures as I put them into the overflow bins to make it a little bit easier, a little bit quicker when I'm trying to find them. So as always, it's going to be a fairly busy week, full time and all of that. No plans to be doing anything else this week, but you never know. So let's get stuck into the week as normal and enjoy. Okay, back to the normal business of things. It is obviously Monday the 20th, just gone 10 a.m. now. The vlog went up and has gone significantly better than last week. 527, an awful lot of comments coming in as well, which has been really good. Comments from Brick Boys Rebuild, Constructor PL, Sheldon Nauchi, which could be Down South Bricks, Chunk, regular commenter, Pitch Shift, new commenter, and so we go on. So yeah, some decent comments. Thank you everybody for all of that engagement. It's always good fun once the video's out, seeing what happens with that. Over on the store, we are starting at 570 and 18, which is actually down on last week, despite having put how many did we put in? I think it was like 6,000, 7,000 parts when we're still down. So we're starting down by about 600 or so parts, although we are starting up on the lots by around 290, which ain't too bad. As I said, we have it says 11 there. We've got 18 to process, which I won't show you right now, but let's go and have a look at the orders that were picked from the vlog. There's the minifigure sorting out. So that's the Star Wars ones that will go back into OF5. And then we've got the different themes here. We've got a whole lot of collectibles there. We've got some Disney Princess, some Lord of the Rings used, some Town, some superheroes, some Harry Potter, some pirates, the Lego Movie, Speed Champions, and so on and so on. So they're all getting broken down into the Ziploc bags that we've got over here, and it's given me a chance to just audit what is actually in the box to make sure we are all ship-shape and square. Anyway, orders. Predominantly white tiles, but a whole lot of circular tiles, tan, dark brown, light blue grey in 2 sizes. This is a bumper order, a whole load of town figures, a whole load of Harry Potter figures, some holiday figures. It's all figures, all minifigure parts. There was a little bag of minifigure parts and some weapons, some of them from that Lord of the Rings sets. There's a goat in there, there's a Labrador and a tile. There's been a lot of this over the weekend, kind of a lot of mock building, clearing me out of 2x2s, 2x3s, 2x4 bricks, and there is me being cleared out of white 2x3s. First of the two eBays is a CMF beaker. This one, 3 for collection. It's unusual to have so many, but 3 for collection. This one, 3 Star Wars figures, a Shore Trooper, and a couple of Rebels. I think Andor and Cassian Andor is one, and pilot of some variety, and then 2 other orders for collection, both of them previous buyers, so that's good. A battle droid and some weapons in that one. The second eBay is another Din Grogu, so it's R2D2s, C3POs, Darth Vaders and Din Grogus go on eBay. So they are the figures that you can't shift for love nor money, yet they seem to sell. So there you go. One of those weird little orders from that UK based buyer that put this one staying within Australia, 3 tiles, and a beautiful orange and dark orange and reddish brown little selection of tiles and inverted tiles, which brings us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more orders here. So those are those 11 that were sitting there, plus the 7 that were done on Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday, taking us to the 18 plus the 2, 20. As you can see, all of them are ready to go down there. So I'm going to pack these up and then take them out with me as I go and do this marketplace pickup. So let's go and do that. Okay, I forgot to record whilst I was out, mainly because it's 43 degrees outside. And when your iPhone says there's a critical risk to life in the temperature, you do go, what? Anyway, this is what I went and collected from the seller from Facebook Marketplace. 2 of these. Ignore the prices there. I will be taking those stickers off as well in a moment. But $50 was the list price for those 2. And for the Colby City Showdown, the list price was $130. Now this one is going for about $180, $190 on Bricklink average, and these ones there's only 2 and they're sitting at $90 a piece. So 2 400, I paid 200, so double bubble for all of that. And I am torn. I'm torn whether to keep or sell, because they are really, really good sets, aren't they? Like back in the day, what great sets. But I'm going to stick them on eBay. That's my first one. Here's the laugh, right? $39.95 when that one came out. That's now $50 up, and this one was $89.95, so that one's $100 up. And on that one, a cracking little lineup of Cowboys and Tonto and the Lone Ranger on that one. And we've got Red Knee in that one. Obviously these figures have not long since gone in the store anyway, but add them to the store and to eBay later today once I have finished doing OF5. So I'm just going to work my way through that now, get that done, and then move on to some more of this bulk used. Okay, so all the minifigures are now sorted. CMF's all in one. Star Wars have been condensed into one there, so that's 3 of these full of Star Wars, and everything else is in that one. Another one there. Oh, sorry. What's in that? That's all CMF. Sorry, that's all CMF. That's everything else. Harry Potter, Friends, all of that kind of stuff. Star Wars in that one, and everything else in that one as well. So a fair old amount. And it did leave me with 22 that were missing. So a little bit of a random selection, mainly stormtroopers, which have been either miscounted or misplaced along the way. So I'm going to get those added in. That has taken me the rest of the day, which, you know, is just sometimes how it happens. 3 collections, and one of the buyers is asked to collect in a couple of weeks when he's placed another order, so that's fine by me, as you would expect. And we've got 5 orders to pick, 16 lots, 206 items, so 5 pretty small orders to get through, nothing too dramatic to get done. So I might manage to pick those later on. I'll have a look, but they're not going to be make or break, so that's all good. So I'm going to get these put away and then call it a day. Didn't get half as much as what I've wanted to get done today, but that's sometimes the way it goes, isn't it? So we're back tomorrow. So Tuesday in the store, 9:30 a.m. already picked the orders, which is really good. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in, so a decent day yet again. Obviously Tuesday generally a little bit quieter, so let's have a little look at today's orders. If I could figure out how to turn this camera around, which you can't, so I'll stop and start again. Here we go then. Most of them pretty small, thus didn't take long to pick at all. A bit of a mixture of domestic and whatever. There's one international in here as well. So we've got a couple of plates. Someone obviously building something quite specific. I'm going to go an Arctic City set with a screen there. Here we've got Mace Windu and his lightsaber. We've got a Marok helmet. That could be to complete Marok, or it could be for somebody doing some castle stuff. That dark blue, dark green even. Wedge, I think it is, isn't it? Along with some plates and some tiles. A Harry Potter figure. Found it really quickly. OF17, went in, grabbed the Harry Potter bag, spotted him straight away because of the jacket, but definitely a worthwhile job yesterday, not least of all kind of that $300 worth of minifigures that weren't in the inventory. And I had an email from a buyer looking to get the figures from that Harry Potter set that is in the storage unit in advance of me listing them. So I'm going to probably head to the lockup today. I want to take my modular there. I want to take an empty crate, and I might bring back some sets to try and sell quickly, or if they don't sell, part them out, which is my plan. Whole load more those panels with the center divide, minifigure stands obviously. Another one of these, kind of that buyer from the UK that ships out, this one off to New Zealand, so they're always like 2 or 3 parts, but yeah, consistent, I'll give him that. And then dark light blue grey, even clearing me out of the bricks with studs on the side, a little turret thing that was buried away somewhere, again another part from that store purchase way back whenever. And then a little random assortment of other stuff, including some dark grey old school stuff, so that's nice. As I say, 8, not too bad. Get those packed up, postage sorted, and get them off on my way out to the storage unit. It is another scorcher today. It's not sunny today, but it is 38 this morning when I was out and about early doors with the missus. So it is stiflingly humid today because of the cloud cover. So not really a day for adventuring too far, but the storage unit will be a delight in that kind of temperature. It'll be like some kind of sauna. Anyway, let's get the post sorted, and then I'm going to be moving on to the things that I was going to move on to yesterday, which is tackling these two. I'll probably tackle black first, given that there's more room in that. Dark blue grey is going to give me a bit of a problem because there's no room for bricks, which means I'm probably going to have to pull them out of that drawer and put them somewhere else in the meantime, but that's okay. Other than that, I have found a few parts as I've been going along which weren't accounted for in the inventory, so those need to be added back into the store. And other than finishing this stuff off, the little pots of jobs that I have lying around that need to be tackled include this pot, which is a whole load of stuff that I find in the wrong location when I'm picking, so that needs to be put back in its home. And then I have this little pot here, which is stuff that has appeared out of inventory, so that's kind of in the same category, if you like, as that stuff. All of that needs to be added back into the store at some point so that the inventory is up to date. Some of that already exists or has been replenished since, but there's a lot in there that needs to be kind of figured out. And then I think I've mentioned these before. I've got these cups which have got parts in them which I have no idea what they're for. I cannot remember what they're for, so I'm just going to add them into the dark blue grey when I do that and be done with it. Other than that, it will be business as usual. We'll crack on with stuff through the day, and I'll keep you up to date as things are achieved or if orders come in. So I'll catch you in a bit. So a little bit of uploading, and we're up to 14,761. So we've added 420 something ish to the site, which is pretty good. And that was really just adding the black, the trans clear, and that random assortment there. Still got white and dark blue grey to complete. Been to the storage unit and picked up 75954. It does look like minifigures are in here. Here's a Harry Potter, somebody with ginger hair in there, so hopefully they're all in there, and I can contact the buyer with a price for all of those. I think I had quite a few of them in the store anyway, but anyway. If we are having problems with our audio, it's the connection of my headphones to my phone, right? So I am going to try and get it sorted, but bear with me. Anyway, I dug out a whole lot of sets that I am going to put onto Marketplace. I've actually put them on the store as well for now, just so that I can get pricing and details and stuff like that for when I list them on Marketplace, because I'm going to do them as one or two listings so that it's not taking up all of my time doing individual listings. Do one big listing with a list of the sets and prices, especially these 20th anniversary ones. They're probably pretty good goers, I would hope. We shall see. And a couple of more rare ones. There are pretty high priced ones, but yeah, they've been sitting in the collection for a while doing nothing. So as we look to downsize what is in the storage unit, these things are the victims of that. Tough decisions ahead. I took pictures of the end of the boxes with all the set numbers so I can start having a little think about what I'm going to do. Okay, so there's 4 orders I think have come in. It is 25 to 4, so I'm going to actually start picking those, move these all out of the way and get some picking done. Okay, nearly the end of the day. 4 orders picked, not too bad. Domestic letter one at the back there, clearing me out of a lot of dark purple elements for regular buyer Belinda. Mainly black and some other colourful elements, including a bright light orange hot dog sausage. Very Star Warsy feeling set here, but not sure what it is. Could be anything. And then this one's got a little bit of dark blue, some black, some dark blue grey, a load of dark trans brown. Dark, nothing dark about it. Anyway, trans brown, a lot of white, predominantly those modified plates, but there are a couple of other pieces in there, and then a little smattering of light blue grey. So 4 more done. Keeps us on track for like over 7 a day so far this month, which given that, you know, it's usually slower days, it ain't too bad at all. I just had a question on last week's vlog about business cards. Where did I get them? I got them from Vistaprint. Nothing special about that, because I'm sure lots and lots of people do that and use them from there pretty cheap. When you get an awful lot of volume, you get a whole box of them like this. I've got a couple of boxes left, and then I'm actually going to redesign them. Given that I've stopped doing a printout of the order, I may redesign them to include the order number. I don't know. What's people's thoughts about the business cards being included in the packages? I'm sure buyers are a bit like, meh, whatever. I don't really have any URLs on there, just have the website for the site. I know some people use Linktree or stuff like that. Yeah, thoughts down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Anyone using them for anything particularly amazing? Anything good ideas that I could adopt for the store moving forward? Probably, I think there's about 200 or 250 in a box, so we're probably 2 to 3 months away from needing to do it. I can't remember what the lead times are, so probably more like 1 and a bit, but we'll have a think about it. And if you've got some great ideas, share them down below and I'll maybe get stuck into it. Still loving those minifigures. Anyway, concentrate. That's where we're at. Tomorrow, what have we got to do? I need to fish through this Harry Potter set and find these figures, assuming they're all there, and then get back in touch with our buyer. And then we're on to the last 2 colours. Dark blue grey is going to give me a trouble because of the amount of bricks in here, but the amount of bricks in there means it's a good one to get done. Equally, white, can't remember if there's a lot of bricks or plates in it. Either or. I mean, these are 2 good chunks of parts to get done before we then start figuring out whether or not we sell or part out. My theory is I'll put them on Facebook Marketplace for the price that I want to get for them, probably less than the part out value, but if someone snaps them up in the first day or 2, like before the weekend, this is my plan anyway, before the weekend, then they'll be sold. But if they're not snapped up, then some of them are going to be cracked open and parted out. No point wasting the money, and I don't want to sit on them for a long time. So yeah, things that we need to get done are going to get done, which sounds very profound, but it's not. Anyway, that's us for the day. Things are relatively under control so far. 4 picked for the morning already, which is decent, and iPad back on charge. I've got myself in a nice routine of charging that every night. One of the things I am conscious about is that for 2 weeks now I haven't ordered any more new parts, so that list is getting fairly substantial. So that needs to be addressed before we get too far down the line, because what I've experienced before is if you're not adding parts, although I am with these used bits, but if you're not adding new parts and stuff like that, then you do see like this lag effect of sales slowing down later. So conscious to keep that moving. I'm not going to worry about it today. Got plenty of other things I need to get on with. So we shall be back tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to Wednesday. It is, what time is it? It's only 9:10 and I've already sorted all the white and picked 2 more orders that came in overnight, so not too bad. 6 in all for a usually very quiet Tuesday, isn't it? So this one is kind of a tail off a plane, a couple of tiles, a plate and a red spider. Interesting one. This one's off to New Zealand, a couple of pneumatics, a Sabine Wren polybag, and then an assortment of weird and wonderful parts, a lot of printed tiles. Yeah, quite an unusual little cast of stuff, including a body armour as well. So there we go. That's the 6 for the day that was Tuesday, which, what a time to be alive, isn't it? Hey, if you're in America, with Elon Musk as president, good luck with that. Watched some of that on the news last night, and whilst this is not a platform for any political outpouring, well, what a spectacle. We wait and see how that works out for y'all. But yes, wow, what can you say about some of that stuff that was on the telly last night? Very, very, very odd. Anyway, I'm sure I'll lose about 60% of my American subscribers because that's how many of them voted for the current administration. But yeah, wow. But on the flip side, the Australian Open was really good last night. Watched Djokovic battle through, even though the media seem obsessed with Andy Murray more than Djokovic. But there you go. Anyway, that's a bit of a sideline, isn't it, from the usual talking about parts and draws and how I'm avoiding doing parting out. I put all of these on Facebook Marketplace last night with the prices from Bricklink, and typically no messages, not even any AI generated spam. I think what we're seeing there is the fact that, you know, we go onto Marketplace really looking for a bargain. You don't want to be paying the going rate for anything on Marketplace, but we shall see what happens over the rest of the week. Where are we at? We're at Wednesday, and I think Friday I'm actually out and about doing my other kind of career kind of work. So that will mean that when we come back next week, I'll have a reassess about what I'm going to do with some of these sets. You know, should I keep them? Should I just part them out? What do you think? Comments down below if you've got a strong opinion one way or the other. Be interesting to see what people think. Obviously, I've said it a few times, the idea is to streamline what's in the storage unit so that when we move, there isn't as much stuff to move. And what happens to the store at that stage is that the idea is that we will have a more dedicated space for it. Less of a bedroom converted, more of a actual unit that the store will go into, which will allow expansion. The idea is to get more of this going on, because it's so invaluable to the picking process and the speed of it. Yeah, so I'm going to talk more about the future plans for the store, and I know I've been like kind of teasing you with that for a couple of weeks now. It's just we're waiting for a few things to fall into place, and making some decisions and some timings and stuff like that, which is all good. You know, it's part and parcel of what we're doing. So I will talk more about that once I've got a bit more clarity on it. But I'm just going to stop there and switch to looking at the computer screen just to give you an idea of how January's going. Okay, so everyone knows probably by now that I'm a little bit of a data tracking weirdo. And this is how things have been panning out this month. So the biggest day was on the 2nd there, where there was 10 orders on Bricklink, and it's been pretty steady, kind of certainly above that 5 consistently, which is really good. And Brickowl has also done pretty well, seeing that continuing its growth from the last couple of months of the year. Last year is all pretty good. So what are we looking at? Kind of things have tracked along quite nicely. Pull back so it's not quite so fuzzy. Fairly steady. The few odd days where Brickowl is 0, and the 19th there was only 1 on each platform, which seems a bit of a didn't realise that. But yeah, there was one day that was a bit slow, wasn't there? But the 19th is what, Friday gone? Anyway, that's where that is. Yeah, parts added, parts sold, all of that stuff's continuing to be tracked through January, and we'll get to that in the usual way. What else was I going to say there? It's gone. I was going to change screens, but I don't need to. I can just talk about it. The vlog's gone really well. This week's vlog is got up to like 860 views or something like that, which is really good. Pleased with that after a slow start to the year. You know, having had the Christmas break, kind of the daily kind of view time had dropped off because there wasn't quite so much content. So that's good that it's picking back up. Anyway, I need to do a part out video as well and get that online. So that's part of today's chores, along with putting all this in the store, which means I'm going to have to do some work on the white drawer to kind of rationalize what's in here a little bit. I'll probably move out these bigger, chunkier parts because they take up far too much room for what we've got to work with. So that's me next job, along with rooting through this and finding the minifigures, which is all good. Okay, so and then we've only got the dark blue grey. As you can see, it's a pretty bright day. Another 39 degrees or something. I think it's 36 degrees or something out there already, and it's only 9 AM. I went out to grab some groceries last night at like 8 o'clock at night. It was 32 degrees. Beautiful. very difficult to avoid the draw of that continental lager, but I did manage to, which you'll all be very proud of, I'm sure. Anyway, enough waffle, enough political mumbo jumbo. Let's get on with the day, and I'll check in with you as and when things are completed. Interestingly, I spotted on the Brickowl kind of store page that they have updated their analytics, which is very, very interesting. And for those of you wondering kind of common parts, I know Bricklink has a section about the most popular selling parts. Brickowl has it for your own orders as well, which is pretty interesting. As you can see, the parts that I've sold the most of on Brickowl are pretty much what you would see in the top 20-25 in Bricklink's kind of overall sales even. But there's all sorts of new things within this, so you can kind of see what have been your biggest sellers in the last 30 days, which kind of changes it up a little bit. Kind of shows you what it is. It's interesting to look at. Could be something that I add into the monthly analytic kind of stuff. It also shows you kind of the countries that you sell to. Orders by country, the United Kingdom. Yeah, so Europe's obviously going to be low down on the pecking order simply because of the sheer cost of it. And then you've got Australia, New Zealand, and the States. And then let's just go over there while I move down past the customers' names. That's an interesting one, kind of. Both of these actually fascinating to me. PayPal old version, I'm not sure what's classed as the old and new version. I think they did do an API reconnect, but I can't remember how long ago that was. But since that reconnect, Stripe has been very strong. So interesting to see just how much of business is going through Stripe there. And then in terms of the postage, way out in front is the domestic letter no tracking, followed by the others there. But that's really interesting. Just some decent stats in there. I don't know what else is in here. Price analytics, I've not looked at this, so this could be giving the game away. Parts, my difference, I don't know what the difference means. Your average is 7.9 below the current average catalogue price. Really? Really? Well, there you go. It's definitely. So is the catalogue price more expensive on Brickowl than it is on Bricklink? Because these are all set against Bricklink prices. Interesting. Search analytics tells you what people have been looking for. Doesn't really give you much of a steer. I mean, you're talking 8 searches at best. And then dashboard, I think that's just all of your things all together, isn't it? Yeah, that's where they talk about it, look. Which is all good. Nice little update from Brickowl, continuing to impress me. And that has everything to do with the fact that sales have been stronger for me. So that's always an interesting thing to know. Okay, that's all of the white sorted and put away. Show you it in a second. Working out at 835 parts, 107 lots, $103. Not too bad. Nice little addition to this week's uploads. Bit of a sort out in terms of the container itself. So there's a bit of a ramming of everything in there. Then we've got 1x plates, larger plates, bricks, 1x and 2x bricks, and then some other bits and pieces, and then all of the rags and scrags of stuff have gone into the packaging cupboard, like I do with the black Technic stuff. So all in all, neat and tidy. Got that done, which only leaves dark blue grey to sort out now, which is next on the agenda. Let's put that in the bin. Next on the agenda, so that'll be good. Get that one done. Definitely sorted today. Whether I'll get it all put away today might be another matter, but we are getting through it today. There's one order. Oh, did I just say that? There's one order that's just come in, so I'm going to pick that first, and then we'll see what time it is before I have to go and pick up the missus. Anyway, Yeah, I don't think it's a big order, so it shouldn't take me long. Anyway, I'll do that and I'll give you a look at it once I am done. Thursday, I think. Yes, Thursday afternoon, just gone. 10 orders, a couple of them pretty big, some fair old picking required, quite a lot of used, which is a good result, having put in all of the other used from yesterday. So let's just have a quick run through. Collection here for Jordan, who picked up some parts earlier in the week, to be honest. 6 Technic, are they Technic or are they just hinge bricks? I don't know. A couple of scraggly arm sea plant type things and some plates. Nice little easy one there, that was straightforward. This one off to New Zealand, all white everything, slopes, bricks and a bunch of tiles in there. 1x6s I think, yep. More white in that one, a lot of used in this one, a little bit of blue and a lot of black, including one of those kind of magnet, a couple of those magnets and the little magnet holders that you get on train sets. I think this one is for Lego Australia Trains or whatever the username is. I follow him on Instagram, so I kind of see some of his builds that he does. A couple of instructions in this one, Hidden Side and Atlantis. Those ones, this Atlantis one is the first ones out of that little set of instructions that I bought way back when, if you were around back then. A selection of transclear jumper plates and a child Minecraft figure, which was super easy to find in the new system. 4 of those 8 by, is it 8 or 6? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 6 by 14 or whatever it is, and some of those kind of stubby little bricks. This one is off to the States. A lot of dark blue grey, random little assortment of bits and pieces in here, sand blue, olive green, a dark red, this one getting the tile, and then some light blue grey, a mix of new and used in that one. Some wheel parts in this one, which might suggest it's some kind of vehicle, but you never know. Mainly black and white, with a little bit of other stuff. And then the final one for Thomas, regular buyer, black, white, light blue grey, dark blue grey, and then a whole array of other colours with a lot of dark green and red and blue in there. Regular buyer Thomas, so appreciate that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1 for collection makes 10. Thursdays continuing their performance of being pretty lively. No bites on any of that stuff, which, you know, continues to puzzle, but there you go. And then just so you know what kind of went up last night, this was the white and the dark blue grey stuff going in, so I think I showed you the white. But anyway, by the end of the day, it was 2,753 parts, 272 lots, which ain't too bad at all. Which, if I just hover over that side of the screen for a minute, oh no, not that one. Bear with me, people. Let's just have a little look around. Here we go. Which has taken us up to 14,849 lots. I would really like to get past that 1,500 lots sooner than later, by the end of the month, if I could, but you never know. We are hovering at 71,910, which is slightly up still on where we began, and we are slightly up by a couple of hundred on the lots, but as ever, when you're pumping in a lot of used, it has a massive impact. Which means we're up to sorting out this one and seeing if all the minifigures are in there for the buyer. That's next on my list of jobs to do. Obviously a whole load of tan in that one, which would be heading over here. Let's have a look what kind of capacity we've got in tan. Quite a bit, so that's okay. We could accommodate all of that and the reddish brown stuff, because that's also not too bad in terms of capacity, fairly orderly. So that's looking good. Anyway, I've done all the postage labels for all of this, so I'm going to get those packed up and off to the post office. It's another 40-degree day, so it's going to be a bit of a sweaty wander, but never mind, I'll be back soon. Good morning, welcome to Friday. Beautiful day outside, and it is only 7 a.m. in the morning. 3 orders already picked. How many to go? We've got 4 picked, 3 to go. Pretty decent. Short day today. Got some work that I'm doing this afternoon, which is going to take me out of the store for the afternoon, although we will be picking over the weekend, and when I say we, I mean me. So let's get into picking these final 3 orders, and then I'll catch you up on the run through of them and talk about what's for the week ahead. Here we go then, all picked. 7 orders overnight, so keeping the momentum, which is nice. All the labels are done, so dark blue grey, light blue grey, black, a little bit of trans stuff going on, domestic letter, a whole load of dark blue grey droid torsos, are they, and a little selection of reddish brown. A whole bunch of those, that's it, but nice little order, that one, in terms of value. Interestingly, I just cleared all of these out of the used drawer into one little bundle because there were so many of them, and then someone ordered 20 of them, so that was perfectly timed, along with a whole lot of other light blue grey and some Technic elements. Something kind of modular feeling in here, a leg assembly, some seats, a lot of dark orange, a printed tile from the museum set is in there, so that's a nice little one. Black and flat silver and some trans in there, some dark blue grey. Nice little vehicle feeling one, and this one definitely has a bit of a Star Wars feel. Those kind of trans blue shooters, some modified tiles and other bits to go in there. So 7 orders done and dusted. What else have we got going on today? Been through this in terms of the minifigures. There were a couple of them missing, so I've messaged the buyer to see what happens there, but obviously in terms of the set, some pretty good parts. Not sure if that's from this set or not, and there's a hat, not sure if that's from it, but there's some decent stuff in here. Stickered pieces. In terms of these curved panels, they have the stickers on them, which sometimes makes it difficult to move them, but every now and then you just find that they all go at once with someone rebuilding a set. You've got kind of mirrored stickers, some decent base plates, so that's a good little set to put together, or at least part it out / put in the used section. Other than that, post to do, like I said, it's a bit of a shorter day today because of other commitments, but so I'm going to get this done and off to the post office early doors, and then I'm actually working through the admin at the moment, just going through the parts, ordering and stuff like that. Just placed an order with one of the other stores, Snow Blocks, which is good because he's part of the Discord community, just for replacement parts or restock parts, and just going to chip away at that really for the rest of today and do some other kind of admin catching up, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow with whatever orders come in this afternoon and overnight. I've chased up one of the buyers that was a collection earlier in the week, not heard back from them, so I've followed that up as well. Always plenty of kind of little jobs like that you need to keep on top of, but for now, postage and admin. Not long since gone 11. 2 more orders come in, quick and easy kind of dark blue grey plates in that one, and this one regular buyer Thomas. Seems to be pirates that, or at least that's how it feels, the kind of stuff that he's buying. Has done a lot of white and yellow and blues and tans, very much kind of pirate type situations. A lot of black slopes, a lot of white as ever, and a little smattering of yellow, blue, tan, light blue, dark blue, reddish brown in there as well. So another 2 to add to the post run, which I am off to do now. So on the way to the post office. It's a little bit windy, so apologies if it's just noise in your ears, but I thought I'd give you an update on the oval upgrade. The boys have been hard at it, turfing. It's taken them about a week. They're all over the far side, just finishing the last strip over there. There's obviously an in-pitch pool at that bit, which is nice, isn't it? It's quite windy, so apologies again. But yeah, they've moved all the fences back on the terrace in here. They've put the new fencing in. Beautiful. It's looking nice and pitchy, isn't it? I mean, this is meant to be open in March, and they've still got to put all the new floodlighting in, which I don't know, it doesn't look likely to me, but I don't know how long it takes to put floodlights in personally, but I would say it takes more than 5 minutes. There's a bit of a crane over there, not sure what they're up to, maybe they're starting. Anyway, they play AFL here, which as what do I class myself as? An Englishman or a Kiwi? I've got both passports, so anyway, as a foreigner on these shores, AFL is a bit of a mystery to me. It's neither football, as in the Premier League type thing, although my team's not in the Premier League, and it's not rugby, and it's not cricket, which or cycling, or tennis, which pretty much covers all the sports, doesn't it? I'm just going left, right and centre, offending audiences this week, aren't I? But there you go, it's looking lovely, isn't it? Beautiful, well done. I love a bit of turf. Here we are then, back in the store, Saturday afternoon, just gone 1 o'clock. Been a busy kind of Friday night, Saturday morning, which is really good. Continuing January, which is shaping up to be the best month ever. Slightly behind November from last year at the moment, but still with the best part of the week to go. Things are looking amazing. So just going to finish doing these orders, and I'll show you some parts that I picked up yesterday as well, and then we'll call it a day for the vlog, and we'll pick it up probably tomorrow just to keep things moving. Next week's going to be a bit of a crazy week for a number of reasons, but let's take a look at the orders and wrap things up. As I say, we've got 11 orders sitting out here, all of them with the post done, apart from one, because Brickowl is doing maintenance. First time I've ever seen that. They're offline at the moment, so I can't do the label, but anyway, 130 of the minifigure stands going out there, those panels with a sensor divide. A small parts order off to the United States, continuing that strong performance of overseas orders at the moment. Interesting kind of bog standard kind of colours, light blue, dark blue, black, a couple of white Technic lift arms in there. Some a superheroes minifigure, can't remember his name, love that Argyle sweater, and some other minifigure parts in there, and a flat silver shield. More earthy kind of feeling here with some olives, dark tans, some trans clear, a blue toolbox, which I think was from the kind of build a minifigure wall actually. Star Wars kid with another order. He had one last week with a few minifigures, including a Shore Trooper Commander, I think it was. Anyway, he's kind of swept up the other Shore Trooper today with some other rebels. Obviously some kind of Scarif thing going on there. I'd love to do a Scarif mock. It's one of my favourite kind of scenes. It's one of my favourite films. Rogue One, it is my favourite Star Wars film actually. This one clearing me out of the sand green masonry bricks, and then an assortment of other things, including a whole load of those kind of pirate legs, but I think they kind of used for modular buildings. This one definitely a modular. The blue arches, is that the pet shop or something like that? Anyway, green one, could be the police station even, can't remember. Some dark blue, some dark grey even, revolvers, and a couple of white hands in that one. Some wedge plates and other Star Warsy looking type things in this one. Someone completing a set, I would guess. This is the Brickowl one that I can't actually send, but that said, the buyer did message me on Brickowl before the maintenance to ask if he could add to this order before it goes, but I can't remember where this metallic silver droid came from. But anyway, all those parts going with a minifigure plate, which is pretty good. And then some more minifigure parts in that. It's not a minifigure part, it's a CMF, isn't it? Can't remember who he is. Someone clearing me out of all of those lime 2x4 used bricks and a whole selection of 2x2 circular tiles, clearing me out of dark blue grey and getting me pretty close on the light blue grey. Those have proved super popular. So I can do most of these apart from that one, but I'm waiting to see if he's going to add to the order, and I've still got time to get those done and to the post office today. Monday is a public holiday here in Australia. Depending which side of the fence you sit, you'll either be calling it Australia Day or Invasion Day. I'm going to stay out of that one, having offended enough people this week, I'd imagine. Yesterday, obviously, I was out and about doing some work, which was good, and next week's going to be crazy in that sense. And I went to the, well, on Facebook, somebody posted that Barragoon had some new parts, and I made a beeline. Masonry bricks, love that. Bones, happy with that. Panels, you know, the ones that have kind of the enclosed size, always good. Clips as a bit of a filler. Mini trees, there was another guy there who was getting a lot of trees as well, so we kind of shared the workload. He was 6'2" and I couldn't reach the masonry bricks so he helped me with that. Dark blue grey rock walls, some trans light blue bricks, some blue flags, which I do actually have in stock anyway, somewhere. Some blue flags, not sure where they are. They should be in the AD drawers somewhere. Anyway, I've got some of those, and I needed British brown chairs, and I got the gift with purchase, which will go in the store as well, which is not a bad little haul really. It will add to this week's part count, and obviously I've not done anything with that since we were talking about that yesterday because I was out and about doing stuff. Anyway, that's it. This week has been an absolute belter, kind of up and above 7 orders a day, which, you know, by some store standards is not particularly amazing, but certainly by my standards, that's kind of anything around that and above means we're doing good, and the value of the orders has been really good this week as well. That's reflected in the month's kind of take-ins being in, you know, above that 10k already this month, so that's pretty good. Anyway, that's it for the week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all those of you that will comment down below about things that I've asked along the way, and I shall catch you back here tomorrow